This podcast is powered by Roberts Media Group, your resource for podcast development. For more programming and advertising opportunities, please visit us at robertsmediagroup.co.
And I am bad and bougie, and I'm acting like I'm cute, and I'm so
You are tuning in to the Bad and Bougie Moms podcast show. Welcome to the Bad and Bougie Moms podcast show, where we pass no judgments on being pro-anti-kids for at least 30 minutes. Get ready to experience some amazing mommy time with these badass moms sharing their point of view on relationships, self-love, social media, and plenty more. Hi guys, this is Britt with the Bad and Bougie Moms podcast show. Thank you so much for listening. And on our next episode, we have Miss Angelika Johnson. So Angelika is a very spontaneous Sagittarius. She's 39 years old, married with 2 children, and a wonderful bonus daughter. Angelika served in the United States Army for 6 years and is a 2-time college graduate who is currently pursuing her PhD in Human and Social Services with a specialization in military families and cultures. She played collegiate level basketball as well as in the military and has had an opportunity to play overseas with a WBCL semi-professional team. A few of her hobbies consist of shopping, attending professional basketball games, dining out, and spending time with her very close friends, which of course is her family. So you guys, I hope you enjoyed this amazing winter season episode. Please make sure you go and like, comment, share all about the Bad and Bougie Moms podcast, and let's get into it. Hi, you guys. This is Britt with the Bad and Bougie Moms podcast show. And on today's episode, I have Miss Angelika. How are you, Angelika?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. So thank you so much for being a part of the podcast. I really, really appreciate it. And to kick things off, we just want to learn a little bit more about you. So tell us, who you are, how many kids you have, are you in a relationship, are you single, and what do you do for a living?
Okay, so my name is Angelika Johnson. I'm originally from Wilmington, Delaware, by way of Sweetwater, Alabama, very small town.
Okay.
In West Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
I am married. I have been married for 13 years, going on 14.
Nice.
Have 2 children and a wonderful bonus child who attends FAMU.
Nice. Okay.
Yes. I'm a United States Army veteran. I have a son, my 19-year-old. He's actually serving in his 4th country right now as well. So proud about that.
Uh-huh.
I am a full-time employee, government employee at that.
Mm-hmm.
I am a full-time college student as well in my doctoral studies. So I'm working on exploring the experiences of stigmatization with female veterans becoming homeless once they separate from the military. So that's kind of like my focus.
Uh-huh.
And pretty much that's it in a small nutshell, because I could sit here and talk to you all night about, what I've done from the age of 18 to 39. I don't want to take up everybody's time, but that's pretty much it in a nutshell.
Okay, awesome. So with you serving in the military, did you guys have to move around a lot? Like how was military life and also raising kids?
Military life was fun. I only had 1 child at the time, so it was kind of stressful because I was a single mother at that time.
Okay.
So I had to leave my son with one of my ye faithful aunts. She took very good care of my son while I was away. So that I can say was a challenge.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
And this is with the 19-year-old, correct?
Yes.
Awesome. So with the 19-year-old, because I'm assuming he's in college. No, he's the one who's actually serving in the military right now. So did he be a part of the Army branch, or did he go to a different branch? He's in the Army.
Yes.
Oh, nice. So with that being said, when he told you that he wanted to join the Army, what kind of feeling did that bring to you, especially with you being in it yourself and knowing how everything goes? Were you excited for him, or were you like, hey, are you sure this is what you want to do?
That was the feeling I had. I did not want him to join the military because I know how it takes you away from your family. But at the end of the day, it does, have its perks.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted him to explore the world, for free on the government's dime.
Okay.
And that was the best way to do it. I didn't want him to be a part of that stereotype, he's going to be an athlete type of deal. So I'm kind of glad that he did join the military just for that. But afterwards, we talked about it. I was excited for him. He has a short contract, so we're good. It's not nothing long. So he's planning on going to the officer corps and spending about 4 to 6 years in. So we're happy for him. We're excited.
Good. And it's crazy that you mentioned that, because I have 2 nephews. One actually just joined the Marines last year. So we went through that whole, thing. He was 18. It was just me, my mom, my sisters. That's who I grew up with. So just being all females, of course, we are up here crying when he leaves for basic and writing him every day. And, this, and now they have where you can do it over like a little app email. So we was like, oh my God, this is great. And then, and he's over in Japan now, but it's just the transition of emotions you go through, even though my family, our military family as well. So we understand, being with the duty stations, things like that. But when it's one of your babies going in, it's like, wait, let me rethink this. So, so it's definitely good to hear that, you still had that same type of mind frame, like, you sure you want to do this? And then still let him go out on his own. Awesome. And I'm sorry, I'm actually getting over a cold. So if you hear me coughing, that's what's going on.
Yes, ma'am. That's fine.
All right. So, all right. So flipping the script. So you mentioned, I know in your bio, you are very tall. I want to say you're 5'10".
No, I'm 6'2".
6'2". Okay. I thought you was the same height as me, because I'm 5'10" and a half. And I'm like, give me my half because I deserve it. So 6'2". How tall is your son?
My son is 6'3".
Oh my gosh. Because when you mentioned, I didn't want him to do the whole basketball thing, I was like, oh, he has to be tall.
Right. Well, he actually enjoyed football more, so.
Isn't that crazy? My son, my bonus son, he's the same way. He just started playing basketball last year, but love football and will beat the brakes off of people because, he's so long, so he can get down the field super fast, right? But, of course, everybody asks, why are you going to play basketball? He's like, he really even didn't like basketball like that, but he went ahead and he's going to try it this year. So I'm like, all right, don't be the stereotypical,
He'll do well.
Yeah, target, yeah. And it's because he, and I'm going to speak for the tall people, because normally we're very athletic anyway. So we normally excel in sports, so I'm not worried about that either, girl. But it's just, I didn't want that whole stereotypical thing, because, of course, me being tall, and I know you know this too, the first thing people ask is, did you play basketball, or do you play basketball? And I'm like, there's other things out here that, tall people can do. So,
right.
Yes. But you did actually play basketball for a little while overseas, correct?
I did. I played college level ball, played overseas, and then I also played for a semi-pro team here in the U.S.
So how was that? So how was that whole lifestyle? And how long did you actually play for?
I enjoyed it. So when I was 18, this is a funny story. Mm-hmm. So remember I was telling you that I was from a small town, Stillwater, Alabama. Uh-huh. I was the first person to receive a full scholarship for basketball since 1980-something, 70-something. Uh-huh. Yeah, so I was impressed. So I went to college in Panama City, Florida, at Gulf Coast Community College. Mm-hmm. And I thought I was grown, and I did not return after the summer. They made me go to summer school. I said, bump basketball. So that's how I got into the military.
Okay.
So once I got in the military, I started playing ball a little bit and went to Korea. So while I was in Korea, the all-army team was recruiting at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And at this point, I was like, I'm getting out the military. I'm not thinking about this mess. Well, they recruited me and over there. So I told them I didn't want to play anymore. I was getting out or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I came back to the States. And when you play post ball, we play different colleges in the local area.
Okay.
Well, we played the school in South Carolina, Voorhees College.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you know where that's at.
No, girl, I don't.
It's a small town in Denmark, South Carolina.
Okay.
It's tiny. It's
Gotcha.
real small.
Mm-hmm.
So I played there with them for a little while. And my journey playing with them, I had an opportunity to go play with Savannah State. Well, I was like, I am not about to leave from one HBCU to another one. The difference was the divisions that they were in.
Okay.
So
Because I'm assuming Savannah State was D1. Okay, yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I said, I might just, think about this. Well, December comes along. I'm out on my little break. I was excited.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's just say my last little worm was present. God. I was like, oh my God. Right. I was like, you little bugger, you couldn't wait. So I got pregnant and my husband was, active duty. So we left and went to Fort Drum. And at that point, I applied for women's blue chip basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I went to a camp that they had in Greensboro, North Carolina. Went to the camp, tried out, made the all-star team. I was shocked now because I just had a baby. She wasn't even a year. Went and tried out, made their all-star team.
Okay.
So the all-star team was eventually getting ready to go to Hungary. I was so excited. I was like, oh, my God, this is my chance again to play basketball. Well, it must not have been in my plans or the Lord's plan. It must have been his because at that point when I had bought my ticket and everything to go over, my husband tore his Achilles and I couldn't go.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so that was my last and final moment of organized basketball. So I've been playing basketball for years.
Wow. And then the whole Achilles and it's crazy that it was the Achilles because, that was it was the Hercules. That was the only way somebody was able to get him. So, yeah, that's crazy.
Yep. Couldn't walk, couldn't take care of the baby, of course, because I'm like, well, I can't go.
Right. Like, now you and her, now both of y'all need me.
All right.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. So speaking about your husband, so what would be one of the if someone asked you for some advice as far as being in a relationship, especially since you've been married for 14 years, what would be your one main piece of advice you would give?
Open communication. Gotta have it.
Yes. And as far as with open communication, are you talking about like being able to talk about any and everything or just being, making sure you're on the same accord as all times?
Any and everything. It was times when I told my husband, I was like, look, I'm not feeling happy. You gotta work on this, something gotta change. And, it all very well could have been things that I was doing too, but being that he was a component and he was a part of the marriage, I'm having to let him know as well that I'm not happy at this point. I'm not happy with this. We're going to have to fix it.
Right. And was he open to that? Like when he hear you talk, did he actually listen like, okay, I'm going to try some things up. Let's do this. Let's do that. Or it's just like, all right, I hear you. And then it just kind of goes away.
He actually was very good at it. And I'm his second wife. So I'm younger than him too. So I guess, him maturing and then being with, on his second marriage and trying to work on things differently than what he did first time, I'm assuming that I'm like, okay, so he wants to make this work, so we're going to work together as a team. So he was very open to it. He did what he had to do. I did what I had to do. We came to agreements and, even ground. So it worked. That's what worked for us all these years.
Yeah, and it's crazy that you mentioned that because, like, me and my husband, we're both in our second marriages, too. He was married for 8 years. I was married for, like, a year and a half. I tell people don't count, but both of us been on our second marriage, and I let people know, like, when you get married for the second time, like, it's honestly, it's like, oh, we're stuck together forever. Like, whatever we need to do to work this out, we're going to make sure we work it out. And I also, see the same thing in my husband. Like, it's a lot of mistakes he said he made in his first marriage. And, he wants to learn from that and move forward from that. So I'm like, well, it's true when they said that, normally the first relationships build the person better for the second person who came. So,
right.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely agree on that, and especially with the open communication, because I'm the same way. Like, if I'm not happy, I'm like, hey, I'm not happy. I need to do this. We need to do that. Like, I need to get a massage. Something need to go on. And, he be like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I got you. And I'm like, all right now. And then for him, it goes out of one ear, out the other. And I have to remind him like 2 days later. And it's like, I remember, I'm like, no, you don't. Because if you did, you would have did something by now. So I think it's a guy.
Right.
At some point. So cool. All right. So you mentioned that you are still in school. So what are you going to school for, and what makes you chose to go into that field?
So I'm in the School of Human and Social Services for my PhD, and I really just went this route because I want to be able to open up a nonprofit organization for female veterans who are either homeless or they're being threatened, going toward homelessness or whatnot, kind of like a shelter type deal, but not really.
Okay.
And yeah, because doing my research now, there's a lot of things out there that, female veterans are lacking. And I want to be a part of that social change.
Right. And with that being said, like, I'm surprised the Army doesn't have, or any type of military branch don't have some type of program that kind of transition, I know they have like a program that will transition you out of the military, but something that's more, I guess, more strenuous than what it is. Cause you do hear that a lot of people are going homeless after they leave the service. So it's just crazy that, they haven't really kind of got up on that and, try to make a difference, because it is out there. I mean, I've seen it, personally. So it's good that you're going to actually go that route.
Yeah. I mean, they have some programs. HUD VASH is one of them, but everybody doesn't qualify under that program. So those that don't, where does that leave them? And some veterans just don't want the responsibility of owning a home.
Yeah.
I mean, they have other challenges and issues that they are dealing with, co-occurring disorders and stuff, and just a lot of things. I mean, I've heard several veterans say, "Hey, I don't want a house. I don't want the responsibility of a home," and I get it. It's stressful trying to get one. I
girl,
get it.
Right? That's what I'm like. I understand, man. Man. Okay. So when you do have a person, like, if you do come up to a person who has that mindset, like, hey, I don't want to own a home, will your program actually say, hey, we can help you, lease out of a apartment, or try to put you into something where you will feel comfortable handling?
I would, but it'll be a set program for them. Per se. My main focus is ones that are battling like mental health disorders and co-occurring, diseases like, or just substance abuse issues where, it's kind of going to be like a one-stop shop. I want to have nurses on staff. I want to have, medical providers and, other therapists, because I am an associate professional counselor as well. So I want other professionals like that in there. I kind of want it to be a safe space for them, because I was actually reviewing an article today in reference to military sexual trauma. Right. And when ladies are faced or experiencing that, they have to go in these facilities where men are located. And no, I'm not saying, men are the perpetrator every time. Right. But for the most part, they are. Correct. So now you have this woman going into this facility with all these men, and she's not going to want to come back.
Right, and not feel comfortable or anything. Oh, my God.
Right.
Yeah.
And I've experienced that myself, not sexual trauma, but, not military sexual trauma. Let me take that back. But I know what it feels like to go in the VA and, being catcalled. That's uncomfortable to me. So I can only imagine to women that's been traumatized in military sexually.
I know. I cannot imagine. I can't imagine because I'm thinking because I'm not sure if you know, but I'm from Columbus, Georgia, which is kind of it's on the west side of Georgia, so it's kind of close to the west side of Alabama. And in our actual county, like for instance, if you go to one of the courts or whatever, they actually have like people who are like actually in the jail, like right now, working around the courthouse. And I remember growing up being so uncomfortable going there because like they'll be like in the parking lot, like in the parking deck.
Oh yeah.
Me and them, and I'm like, and they're trying to talk to me, and I'm like, oh my god, like someone needs to come and get me. So I can only imagine how a lady, someone would feel who's been traumatized by something like that, and then you're trying to come in and get services, and you still got to, go through all that. It's scary, and it definitely need people out there to help them. So yeah, oh, gosh, I'm getting all flustered now thinking about it. Ooh, child.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay. So that's definitely the plan that you want to be on. So as far as your facility, where would you like to open it up at? Will it be like somewhere that's near a military base, or will it be in like in a large city?
I would love to have a facility in a rural area, but I'm not quite sure how that'll work out for me. And only because at that point in rural areas, you have, and I'm from a very small town. And by the way, I live in Phoenix City,
Alabama.
But yes,
girl, my sister said she stayed on Smith Station. Child, I just actually went to her house last weekend. I was like, girl, I think they got a Jack in a Box or something on. I want to say that's 80.
Yeah,
yeah. I was like, oh,
they showing out.
A girl, okay. She was like, oh, we had it. I'm like, whatever. Y'all just got this like 3 months ago. Shut up.
They did. They just got it.
Okay, so yeah, so you want to be in a rural area, but you said it might be kind of hard to get to that. Well, I guess to be in a rural area.
Right, and my thing is, already for some people they have limited access to services. And I can use my dad as an example. My dad is a retiree, and he has to drive like almost 2 hours to go to his VA appointments.
Oh my God.
So just imagine the people that live in that same area where he is that does not drive and don't own a car. Right. So that's the reason why I kind of want to put it in a rural area, but I also am not sure if my services are going to be utilized to its capacity because I am in a rural area.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, because I want to say like the people, because my brother-in-law, he actually lives in Phoenix City too, just so random. And he, for his VA appointments, I want to say he had to drive to Tuskegee in order to go. Yeah, and it's just like, and I was thinking, what if someone who, like you said, who cannot drive, like that should not be the closest place they would have to go to. So it's just.
Right, especially when they have places available in Columbus.
Right. And like, that's just crazy. I just wish someone would, definitely with the girl, I just wish they will put more effort into these type of services because it's not like just, every other person is just complaining. Everybody complains, so.
Right.
Yeah. Ugh, yeah. It's just...
And they have shuttles. Okay, granted, you have a shuttle, but is the shuttle going to come to my house? No, the shuttles go to the other, facilities and pick up people and take them certain places.
Yeah.
So if I live out in Harris County, is the shuttle going to come pick me up? No, it's not. So I have to figure out a way to get to Muskogee County on 13th Street so the shuttle can take me to my appointment in Tuskegee.
Right. And the VA, they're going to say, oh, well, we provide shuttles. And it's like, just.
Right. Oh, that's the first thing they say.
Right. Like, that don't make, no, you provide shuttles at your location. Like, I can't get there.
Right.
Oh, my God.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, girl, we could talk all day about that. But so we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up because I know it's late for me and you, and you know it's a Thursday night. Y'all, I tell people my bedtime at a cool 10 o'clock during the weekday. So all right, so we're gonna. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get into our hot seat question round. So it's 5 random questions that I came up with, and then all I ask is that you answer them, you know, from however you want to answer them from the top of your head. So would you like to play?
Sure.
Awesome. All right, so question number 1. If you won $1 million today, what would be the first thing you'll buy?
A house.
A house. Okay. All right. Mm-hmm. How much would you spend on your house?
$340.
Okay. That's cool. That you sound like me because everybody's like, oh, you want to get like a $800,000? I'm like, no, I just need me a good little house with about 4 bedrooms, you know, split level, whatever. The kids are comfortable and I'm good. So I think I could do that for about about $350. That's
yep.
Me. All right. Question number 2. Name 3 things you love about yourself.
My personality, my tenacity, and my sarcasm. I love it all.
Woo, girl, I love a person who has good sarcasm, honey, because everybody don't get no jokes. Right. They were like, you just saw me. I'm like, this shit was funny. Like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I'm like, okay, whatever. All right. Question number 3. If you were being robbed and could get out of it by rapping or singing one song perfectly, what song would it be?
Tupac song, You Don't Wanna F With Me. You got the police chasing up me.
Hey, okay. My song would be, this is so fun. I don't know why I know this song like verbatim, but not Project Pat, but 3 6 Mafia, Slob on My Knob. I can sing every single line like it's nothing. I mean, I could be like ass drunk and still sing this song perfectly. And I'm like, yo, the robber probably just gonna leave me there, child, because he's gonna like, this girl just sung Slob on My Knob. Like, seriously? So yeah, that would be my song. All right, question number 4. Yes. All right, question number 4. What is the last book you read?
That's bad. I haven't read any books. I've been researching articles.
That's what I was gonna say. You've been studying, so you get a pass.
Yep.
All right, and last question: if you could trade places with one person for a day, who would it be?
Ooh, Gabrielle Union.
Really? Girl, she's so bomb.
I want her man. No, I want her man. It ain't got nothing to do with her.
You like the way.
Girl, I'm in love with that boy. Yes.
Really? Oh my God! Like you've been in love with him for a while, like back in the day. Like
yes.
He was super fine when he first came on the scene. Now that he kind of like set in his ways, I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna have to take you as you are. Like you still fine, but you getting kind of weird on me now, baby. Like I don't know.
He is.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well, thank you so much for being on the show. I really appreciate it. And if people want to follow your journey on social media, how can you be reached?
Philosophizing _ Dr. Dr. _ Angelika.
Awesome.
And that's my IG handle.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you so much for being on the show. Say bye to the people.
Thank you. Bye, Pete. Y'all have a good one.
All right, guys, that is it for us. We hope you enjoyed the show. If you would like to get into some more fun, follow us on social media. On Instagram, we are at Bad and Bougie Moms. On Facebook, at The Bad and Bougie Moms. And also on Twitter, at BBM _ podcast. Make sure you like, share, and comment on any of the podcast platforms that you listen to us on. Again, we hope you guys enjoy. See you later.